What future say? Mask off or something like that? Mask on or mask off? Come on, Lamar, take it off. So, Acho, should the Ravens want Lamar in Baltimore forever?
I love Lamar Jackson, y'all.
Don't.
I do.
I'm going to tell Kwame you're talking about an athlete up here, a brother.
I love Lamar Jackson.
Oh,
And
God.
Baltimore Ravens fans, it would bring me no greater joy than to see y'all win the Super Bowl this year because, in fact, y'all have to win the Super Bowl this year. Now, I know you asked me a question.
Don't you do that.
I know you do.
Such a host now.
I know
you are a host. They have to win this year. Oh, God.
I know you asked me a question. You
I
said,
did.
should the Ravens want Lamar in Baltimore forever?
Oh.
The fact of the matter is, no, they should not. Everybody breathe. Woosah, I know y'all going to cuss me out on Twitter. Calm down.
I'm
Listen
first.
in.
I'm first.
Lamar Jackson's highs are going to be higher than just about every player that has ever played in the National Football League. We know this because we've seen him play. We also know this because he has a unanimous MVP. Only one other person has ever received a unanimous MVP. That is Tom Brady.
Yes.
Lamar Jackson's highs will be higher than just about any player in the National Football League. The question is simple. How long can he sustain those highs? Lamar Jackson, when it comes down to quarterbacks that can run, he is the best of them all. Lamar Jackson, when it comes down to quarterbacks that can pass, he is really good. That's not a slight. He's really good at one thing, but he is the best of them all at another. Here is the problem, y'all. What Lamar Jackson is best at, running the ball at the quarterback position, that's a depreciating asset. What Lamar Jackson is good at, but not best at, is an appreciating asset, passing the ball. Let me break this down in layman's terms for you all. If you dating, yeah, you might want the most attractive man or woman. Just remember, beauty is a depreciating asset. Over time, it gets worse. Brains, however, is an appreciating asset. Over time, people get more intelligent. So when you are choosing who you want to be with forever, just make sure you fall in love with the asset that will appreciate, not the asset that will depreciate, not the asset that will diminish over time. Now, I got a whole bunch of heat on my laps.
No!
But I'm going to shoot all my heat on my first lap.
Go
and
ahead.
just see what I have
See
left.
what's left. You better run.
Robert Griffin, an amazing quarterback.
Beast.
But Robert Griffin, the best thing about his game was his ability to run the football. He peaked in his first year in the NFL, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Michael Vick, an amazing talent at the quarterback position. But Michael Vick, what he did best, although he could flick the ball 60 yards, what he did best was run. He peaked his fourth year in the NFL. They went 11-4, the Atlanta Falcons did, NFC Championship game. Or you could argue he peaked his seventh year in the NFL. Philadelphia Eagles, they went 8-3. Michael Vick had the most passing touchdowns. Either peaked his fourth or he peaked his seventh. Cam Newton, an amazing quarterback. His highs higher than just about everybody. He peaked his fifth year in the National Football League when he won the MVP. He went to the Super Bowl. Colin Kaepernick, incredibly comparable as far as they run it. Remember, Colin Kaepernick set an NFL record rushing yards in the playoffs against the Green Bay Packers. He peaked his second year as a starter, his first 4 years as a starter. Remember the San Francisco 49ers? They go 12-4. They lose to the Seattle Seahawks. All these quarterbacks who have similar comps, not talent, but similar comps as far as they are bigger threats with their legs than they are with their arms. We saw incredibly early peaks in their career. For that reason, I would not want to commit to Lamar Jackson forever. His highs are going to be incredibly high in Baltimore Ravens. Please enjoy those highs. But just like beauty, you can enjoy it for a while, Sel, but it's a depreciating asset.
Like that take was depreciating. It was ugly.
It started up here, though.
It was a good take, but damn it, I didn't like it. Made me feel bad, because you know I love me some Lamar Jackson. Damn you! Sometimes, like, I love ketchup on tacos, right? To the point where I judge people who don't like ketchup on tacos. I'm like, you dummy. Salsa. Have you had ketchup on tacos? Have you had Lamar Jackson as your quarterback? And then you want to go into a place where you try to take me to doubt his greatness. Let's talk about why he should be a Baltimore Raven forever. Unless great is not great enough for you, Acho, if that's going to depreciate, then you know what? Get rid of Lamar Jackson. But to me, perception is not reality. Reality is reality, and the perception is he can't throw. What the hell is wrong with people? 2 years ago when he won that unanimous MVP, every single quarterback that ever played was on the field trying to do what Lamar Jackson did, which was lead the league in passing touchdowns.
Yes, sir.
Patrick Mahomes, yeah. Tom Brady, yeah. All the guys, name them. They all wanted to do what he did. lead the league in passing touchdowns. But let me give you a little historical context, because since he's been in the league, 87 total touchdowns, which is third all time. Third all time. But no. You know, he's not going to last. Acho, I'm going to use you against you. You said you used my take from yesterday against me. I'm going to use your take from yesterday against you, boy. Acho yesterday told me, Marcellus. You know, he repeats everything. Marcellus. And he talks with his hands. Marcellus, if you are building your confidence off of the other team's regression, you're not doing yourself a service.
Yes,
you
sir.
said that.
I haven't.
You just built the argument off of how long can he be this good? How long can he sustain this? He may get hurt like some other quarterbacks that ran. That's where you're building your confidence in your argument. Oh, man, that ain't going to work against me. Let's talk about who Lamar Jackson is. When he won that unanimous MVP, and only 2 players ever walking this planet have done that, he's one of them. You know who he threw his touchdown passes to? Mark Andrews, beast, correct. Marquise Brown, not beast yet. Willie Snead, the 4th. Mark Ingram, he ain't there no more. Miles Boykin, Nick Boyle, starting to get into no man's land. Seth Roberts, Hayden Hurst, he all right. Patrick Ricard. And you led the league with that? Now look at his roster right now. It's still not top notch, but it's better than this. Oh, I'm going to say this nugget for my second lap, because you said you shot all yours. See, that's why you need a bayonet or something. You need a little knife on something in yours. Me, I still got more left. Bow.
Now, Sal, I will say this, because you know I had to hit you with the okie doke. I never shoot all my bullets in the first lap.
That's my dog.
Sal, what's the saying with the tortoise and the hare, right? Like, we all know that whole story about the tortoise and the hare.
Tortoise.
Really the turtle and the rabbit, but a hare is just a jackrabbit.
Yeah.
Here is the point and why I bring the correlation to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, like a hare, a jackrabbit, they can hit up to 50 miles an hour over the course of like 20 meters. They can hit up to 50 miles an hour. Yes, a jackrabbit. They can go. The tortoise, the fastest it can go is 0.28 miles an hour. True story. That's the fastest a tortoise can go. But you want to know the difference? A jackrabbit only lives 8 years. A tortoise can live close to 80 to 150 years. Lamar Jackson can go. He can go up to 50 miles an hour when it comes to talent. 35 passing touchdowns that year, 7 rushing touchdowns that year. He led the league in passing touchdowns and passing touchdowns from the pocket. He could go and did things we had never seen before, like a jackrabbit running 50 miles an hour. But there's a problem. The life expectancy of a jackrabbit is only 8 years. The life expectancy of a tortoise is 80 years. That is tenfold. The life expectancy of the great Cam Newton had his greatness. It was 5 years. That is when he peaked. Mike Vick, 4 years is when he peaked. Kaepernick, 2nd year as a starter when he peaked. Robert Griffin, 1st year as a starter when he peaked. I'm not saying that their highs are not incredibly high. Colin Kaepernick, NFL playoff record, 181 rushing yards in a playoff game. Robert Griffin did things we never saw before out of rookie quarterback, rushing passing yards prior to Lamar Jackson. Mike Vick did a ton of things we've never seen before. I've played against him. I assume you played against him as well. Cam Newton still doing things in theory that we haven't seen before, running the ball with his legs. But all of those individuals, like the hare going against the tortoise, those peaks came early. I'm not saying the Baltimore Ravens should not re-sign Lamar Jackson. They absolutely should re-sign Lamar Jackson. But the operative word, sir, is forever. And just like a hare, jackrabbit, does not have incredible success forever because its life expectancy is shorter, then when you talk about a guy like Lamar Jackson, who can wow you, this man can wow you. But we've seen that the talent expectancy is not the same as the talent expectancy of somebody who might not wow you as much. Drew Brees probably never had a season that wowed you as much as Lamar Jackson's 2nd season. Never had a season that wowed you. He's just going to go down as the most efficient passer of all time or the 2nd most efficient passer of all time. Never wowed you. But he's going to go down super efficient. Matt Ryan, he had one season that really just wowed us. He won MVP one season. But even Matt Ryan's wows, he didn't wow you like Lamar's season wowed you. But since he entered the league, he just has the most passing yards of any quarterback currently playing. So I'm just saying, yes, he will wow you. But when you start talking about forever, Marcellus Wiley, you got to think into the future, big dog. You made that decision. After your 3rd engagement, you realize, you know what? Let's be real, America. I ain't brought up his dating life in a while. It's time. After your 3rd engagement, you said, I'm not going for the baddest women anymore.
Yes, I
Yeah, you said it. You told me off camera. You told me off camera. America, his quote, not mine. It's his quote. It's not mine. Anne-Marie, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anne-Marie.
You said I said not the baddest only.
I'm done going for the baddest. You said, you know why? Because if they're bad now with 28, how they going to look at 48? You said that to me. You said that to me. But then finally, you said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find one who has both.
Okay.
You said, I'm going to find one who has. All I'm saying, Baltimore Ravens, yes, Lamar Jackson is currently the baddest in the club. He is absolutely the baddest in the club. But you got to remember, in 10, 15 years, what are you going to look like?
Man, that was your best take. You really hit me hard. Boy, I ain't laughed that hard since Raw, Eddie Murphy. Now it's time to get some of this mama's cooking. I'm about to get your ass up out of here. I don't have much, man. Actually, that was so good, I don't even want to fight with you right now. But I do know, especially down the street at USC, they're doing some genetic morphing and hybrid genetic DNA research. Where they're combining like two animals, species you don't even think could go together. And I wonder what's going to be the results of some of their work. I actually know that, but I don't think I'm privy to tell the world just yet. But just be on the lookout for these fast-ass turtles. and you know what? I think we seeing one in the NFL right now, dog. That 8.28 miles an hour. That sucker there got jackrabbit speed. Let me give you this. Who would you draft right now if we had to start a franchise? You only got two picks.
Yes, sir.
Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun.
Let me tell you what Lamar Jackson has done over Deshaun Watson the last 2 years. Even though Deshaun Watson making $39 million a year, my man on the free lunch program. Let's let that go. Lamar has a better record. More passing touchdowns. Higher passer rating. You would have lost that on Jeopardy. And fewer turnovers than the guy you just drafted. My team beats your team because my team got fast-ass turtles.